cents short of a nickel. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. That's good enough for government work. I'm going to bop you.
Oh, God.
Why buy the cow when you can have the milk for free? That was my mom. Our mother's life was like an Afghan blanket, stitched together with many colors and yarns of family, friends, food, and the many little moments that brought people together. Born in 1932 in a small village in Intradacqua, Italy, later moving to Niagara Falls, New York as a child. Lena grew up surrounded by the laughter and the chaos of a big family. The youngest of 2 sisters and a brother, she lived in the same neighborhood as aunts and uncles, cousins, and kumaris. She was an integral part of a home and family-oriented community, bustling and bursting with energy after the end of World War II. As the baby of the family, she soon learned and became a joyful force and filled every space she entered with warmth. Always ready to lend a helping hand, she once rescued an errant chicken from the Sunday soup pot, and she befriended him. She played as hard as the boys, but was still a girl in every inch. She would eventually grow into an attractive young woman, captivating our father and stealing his heart forever. Whether stirring a pot on the stove, working full or part-time, taking care of her husband, home, and children, she was always in motion, bringing loving care into everything she did. At the tender age of 23, she married Arnie Rochon, and together they embarked on a lifelong journey lasting over 66 years. My mom was his everything. She was his muse, and he would spend many moments immortalizing her with his Instamatic camera, slides, Polaroids, and videos. He fell hook, line, and sinker, and was still holding her hand in the evenings after dinner. After more than half a century, theirs was an enviable love, and we take great comfort in knowing that they are holding hands once more. The family grew with the birth of my sister Cindy, and our mom took on a variety of roles: wife, mother, worker, each with the same dedication and warmth, which would define her entire life. Lena continued to build their life with love and purpose. Soon I arrived, and the love my dad had for my mom grew even greater. When my dad suffered a debilitating stroke in his early 30s, she stepped up and engaged everyone in the family to provide help and encouragement, hope and prayers at a time when the future looked bleak. However, no matter what roadblocks or detour life had in store for them, my mom made each house a home, filling it with laughter and friends and the unforgettable aroma of her cooking and baking. In the years that followed, she would repay that help many times over, helping anyone in need, sharing her table and her shoulder, offering whatever within her means without questions. Our parents were thrilled with the birth of their granddaughters, Claudia, Stevie, Kate, Marissa. All the fun and none of the responsibilities. Mom was a Renaissance but with traditional values. She had enormous personality. Her affiliations with social and civic groups were the perfect backdrop for her natural qualities of leadership. She could be outspoken and never back down from expressing her opinions or her beliefs. When asked to be maid of honor for a dear friend in a Protestant church, at that time, when that was frowned upon, she knew that that would be okay in the eyes of her maker. When she learned that then governor of New York had purchased a $300 toaster, she did not hesitate to confront George Pataki and made a media darling in a moment. Even the New York Times called her for an interview. She didn't believe in government waste when many New Yorkers were barely taking that home, $300 for that toaster. She believed in equal pay for equal work, everyone's right to education and opportunity. She served as president of the Altar and Rosary Society and Catholic Women's League, as well as memberships in multiple civic organizations throughout her life. It would be around our dining room table that lasting memories would be made. Whether it was weekend card games in the winter, when friends and family filled the house, or summer picnics and barbecues with late night laughs. My mom was known not just for hospitality, but for her ability to create a sense of belonging. Her love for tradition and family extended beyond the kitchen. She spent many hours creating hand-painted ceramic Christmas trees, canister sets, a cheerleader for my sister Cindy, a hockey player for me, to just name a few. The handmade gifts would become family keepsake and cherished to this day. Lena's home was a place where the dining room table seemed to stretch forever, thanks to my dad placing it on a diagonal. With extra leaves and card tables pulled out and the folding chairs brought down from the attic, up from the basement, to accommodate their growing family. Grandchildren now had their own table, and the house was filled with great food, loud conversation, and the love for one another. Because she believed so strongly in education, I enrolled my mom in the Italian Mothers Academy of Mixed Martial Arts. of utilizing kitchen utensils. I used to tease my mother relentlessly. My mother would chase me with a wooden spoon when I got out of line, lovingly saying she would beat me to death. On one occasion, the wooden spoon broke over me. I laughed. She didn't. She reached into the drawer and got a large metal spoon. I stopped laughing and ran for the door. As we grew older, she added to her toolbox long-handled back scratchers, broom handles, a long-handled shoehorn, and a very special small frying pan. I guess I was a challenging child. What can I say? Because she kept her friends on the phone forever, my dad would tell me to go outside, ring the doorbell to get her off the phone. Then I would hide. My mom would go to the door and say, "There's nobody out here." My dad and I would stand on the sidelines laughing. It worked again. Whenever my sister would lovingly tell my mom what she needed to do, she would call my sister Nurse Ratchet. Cindy would say, "That's not a compliment." And my mom would respond by saying, "It wasn't meant to be." We would like to take the opportunity now to thank a number of the family members and caregivers who over the years have so lovely cared for my mom and us. The Morello family, the DeSantis family, the Sliz family, my Aunt Rena and Uncle Peter, her aides, Kristen, Nancy Hagerman, Terry Welder, T. Ford, Janelle Doty, Heather Gilligan, Elda Panapino was a great friend of my mother. I'd like to thank many of the staff members of Our Lady of Peace, Niagara Physical Therapy, Ralph Wilson Senior Center, Canterbury Woods. Today, we sit together once again, and I remember the remarkable woman who was, at her heart, a maker of comfort and the soul of her family. In closing, Mom, I hope you approve and enjoy the eulogy that I've shared today with the people who are a big part of your life. It was based in deep love and knowing if I messed anything up, you have one of these waiting for me.